Okay, now once we got this going, eventually it'll come up with this thing that says to reboot and select a proper boot device. That's because it can't boot because there's nothing to boot off of, and obviously, I mean, we don't got anything installed, so we're going to have to try to mount the drive so that it can use it. We do that by going to Tools, up at the top, and then Settings. And then we got all this stuff configured for our computer. You can actually turn it off and change this if you wanted to. But we want to click on DVD drive here, and this will configure our Cd Rom drive. If you want to use the physical drive, you can have this radio button checked, and then use whatever drive your disk is in, and that'll mount your physical drive. But I'm going to use an ISO image, which is a disk image. I just found this online for Windows 98. I don't think Microsoft minds. Plus, I used to own it years ago, so whatever. I'm going to go ahead and browse for the ISO I have saved. It's already open. It's just on my hard drive. Windows 98 SE disk image. I'll just go ahead and click that. And now I click OK, and it's mounted to that ISO right now, so OK. And then it says reboot and select a proper boot device. So let's just go ahead and press any key to select a proper boot device. And now it asks boot from hard disk or boot from Cd Rom. We can't boot from the hard disk because we don't have an operating system installed, so we're going to boot from Cd Rom. Let's use the arrow keys to select. Okay, now we want to start the Windows 98 setup from Cd Rom. I'm going to pause this for just a second because I have to configure something. Okay, back. We're going to want to select boot from Windows 98, like I said before. These other options, like start computer with CD-ROM support and this stuff, this is just for starting your operating system, which we don't want to do because we don't have one installed. So I'm going to go ahead and start Windows 98 setup. And then it comes up with this stuff. And this is the setup. It's just the blue screen. It's the same in XP. And for all operating systems up to Vista. I think Vista you install without the blue screen. I know for a fact that Windows 7 installs with kind of a cool graphic in the background instead of just the blue screen. But to set up Windows now, press Enter. You can also learn more or whatever, but whatever. So I'm just going to click in the window quick. Press Enter. Now, it doesn't have it. We have to format a partition to install it on. This isn't actually, it's just formatting a fake partition on that fake drive. That's that 10 gigabyte file that we just have saved. So you're not going to be formatting an actual partition, so don't worry about that. So we'll press Enter on Configure Unallocated Disk Space. And then we're going to want to enable large disk support. You won't have this if you're doing XP or something, because this is legacy stuff. Yeah. Now it says I gotta restart my computer, so I'll press Enter. It restarts fairly quickly. Then we want to boot from the CD-ROM again. 98 setup. Okay, now it's formatting. Don't know how long it's going to take. I'll pause the video until it's done. Okay, it's about to finish. It's been like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. Yours will take longer or shorter depending on how nice your computer is, like before. Now it's preparing to install Windows, so press Enter. It's checking, make sure everything's good. Now it's going to copy the files. Just took oh, that's actually done that yet. Okay, now you have to click in the window. Hopefully you can't see my normal mouse cursor. You'll get kind of a weird double ghost, but I think I turned that off. But click in the window for it to capture your mouse pointer, and then to uncapture, just press Control, Alt, and left arrow at the same time. It's a weird key combination, but that'll let you leave the window with your cursor without having to do anything drastic. Okay, I'll just go ahead and click continue. Oops, I'll click continue. Okay. Okay, no, that's where you want to install. Even if you're installing something else, they'll do all this stuff, so keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure XP and Windows 7 don't ask you where you want to install it, but that's because it should just install the root directory in almost all cases anyway. Next, I'm just gotta do some checks and stuff. So it don't take too long, so I'm not gonna pause the video. Okay, now it's going to ask you what kind of setup you want. This isn't really a typical computer setup, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do portable or compact. I'll just do custom so I can pick what I want. You know, I don't need accessibility options or accessories. Or I kind of do need these, actually. Let's got some stuff now. I don't need Outlook Express. See, actually, I don't know, unless you're using like a system admin version of other XP or something, I don't think you can just get rid of this stuff. Want to keep system tools in case I want to mess with that. Next. Oh, it's going to ask you your computer name. Windsors 98, whatever. Work group. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, whatever. Okay, these regional settings look good. Next. United States, next. Okay, we're copying files. This will take a little bit. Please sit back and relax while Windows 98 installs on your computer. I'll pause it. Windows 98 helps you get the most out of your computer by making it easier to use, more reliable, faster, and more entertaining. Windows just got better. More innovative, this new release includes hundreds of enhancements and new features based on something or other. Your computer and internet are easier to use than ever before! Simplified navigation features like the back and forward buttons. Easier to get help. If you have questions about using Windows 98, it's easy to get answers. Windows 98 has built-in help system that's very informative and easy to use. If you have access to the internet, you can access Microsoft's support website. I'm pretty sure none of that ever works. If you want to use the internet, it's never been easier or faster. Brings the web to your desktop. The integration of Windows 98 and Internet Explorer gives you the most rewarding way to use the web. New Explorer bars like search, history, and favorites make it easier to find information. Enhances communication. Windows 98 gives you exciting tools to enhance communication. It's going so fast that I can't read it. More storage space. Gain extra disk space by doing something with FAT32. Increased dependability. Increased reliability. Scan disk. More entertaining. By converging real-time 2D and 3D graphics, something happens. Better games. Games are more engaging, exciting, with DirectX capabilities. Supports new hardware. Windows 98 supports more than 1,000 new printers, modems, monitors, network adapters, and other hardware devices. Support for new Universal Serial Bus, USB, Universal Connection for many of the most popular devices like scanners and cameras. You don't even need to restart your computer. More accessible. Windows 98 provides new accessibility features that make it easier for people to interact with computers. Microsoft Magnifier enlarges a portion of your screen up to 9 times its normal size. You can invert colors and use high contrast color schemes. Oh. More customizable. The new Accessibility Wizard helps you customize your computer screen, keyboard, and mouse to fit your needs. To make items easier to see, you can do something. Check out Windows Update. Stay up to date with this web-based extension of Windows 98. The Update Wizard reviews your system something or other and does something else. Thank you. Please register your copy of Windows 98. The Microsoft Windows 98 team would be very thankful if you did that. So please, do it. Molly, are you going to register your copy of Windows 98? Okay, restart the computer. Aha! Getting ready to run Windows for the first time. Oh, this is a big step. It's a big step in anyone's life, Molly. This is. I'm just gonna have to read this really quick. Okay, done. Okay, product key. Okay, once you get the product key in, then you can just finish it. I mean, the other things might be a little bit different than this, but that's just because they're different operating systems. Driver database. Ooh. 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 Plug and play devices, Molly. This is a new thing. It means you can just plug it in and play. How is that even possible? To plug something in and then just, you don't need to do anything extra. You just plug it in and then you play. I don't even understand it, Molly. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it takes several minutes to detect, apparently, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't have to get any drivers, don't have to install any floppy disks, stuff, their magical technology stuff. Don't gotta do that. Don't gotta do that no more. I can just plug it in and play. Just like that. Nothing else. Just plug it and play. It's quite cool. I gotta say it would be kind of weird if you held a magnifying glass up to your computer like that. I mean, I know it's just a representation, but I've never seen anyone do that before. Whoa! Whoa! This actually plays an awesome song when it gets into the thing. You won't hear it because, I don't have my thing set to record that, but once you actually get in the operating system, it plays like the coolest song you'll ever hear. Like, I recommend installing Windows 98 just to hear this song. It's like an awesome rock song. Oh, could have set my time zone. What? What? I don't know. How could the default is? Whatever. 9-8. That's right, I get my own time zone. Okay. It's a pretty cool drum. I wish they hadn't gotten rid of the drum icon while stuff installs. It's pretty cool. Now it just kind of installs, doesn't have a drum. Drum is probably the best part about this entire operating system. It's got a drum on the picture and it's playing. I mean, it's actually animated. How is that possible? To have an animation on the loading screen, like, that doesn't make any sense. Where's the text? It's just supposed to be text. How can there be a drum that's playing? There's no hands. It's pretty magic. I mean, usually you'd see hands around the drum, but there aren't any hands. Where's the hands? I don't know. Okay. Less than a minute remains. Oh! I have to restart again. It's like the 5th time. Well, honestly, installing like motherboard drivers, you have to restart like 50 times. Although, Windows 7, you don't have to restart like hardly at all anymore. You can do video drivers, and you don't have to restart the computer. That's like, blew me away. I was like, what? I don't have to install my computer. I just install drivers. Why don't I have to restart my computer? But I didn't realize Windows 7 got rid of having to do that. We already had our out-of-box experience. Now we're going into the next experience. I can't remember any of this stuff on the MCTIS exams. That has something to do with it. I don't think I need to enter a network password and username. Okay, apparently I do. I think it's probably just... Boy, I would have been screwed if if my username was not that. I think it's possible you can just type anything though, I'm not sure. And now it's like the coolest startup sound ever. Can't hear it because where it works. It was like, it's not like this Windows 7. It's like doodaloo. It's like, and it just played like a bell, and now it's going doo 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 Okay. Anyway, this is Windows 7. It's got all this stuff here. Like, I can look at MSN Internet Access. I don't actually know why I just clicked that. Let's see here. We can get fast, reliable Internet access and email from Microsoft, Molly. They'll guide us through the setup process. This setup process is for both new and existing MSN members. We're going to have to install a modem, though, before continuing, so... And apparently they'll need to install Outlook Express 5, so, you know. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. I didn't install this in the beginning, but I guess I gotta install it now. Nope, you know what, I'm just not going to install it. Control... What? Alt down arrow. Whoa. That's pretty cool. I've got it written out. United States of America. Usually this says United States. Telephone area code. Oh. No, I don't have that. Okay, never mind. Forget about it. Let's look at Internet Explorer. Kidding me? I don't think this supports broadband or something. Let's look at our stats here, shall we? Okay, well, look at this. We got 512 megabytes of RAM. We're running a, what's a Core 2 quad CPU? What? 2.66 gigahertz? That's impossible. This thing is broken. '64 PCI. 4 megabytes of video RAM. Now that's a good card. Anyway, that's pretty much it. See, it's a fully working installation. Wonder. Like how there's no programs. It's just like, this is it, you know. Let's see. No, I guess it doesn't have Minesweeper. Although it might, I might have just done it wrong. But whatever. That's it. Bye.